So guys, as I said, I'm Maggie Neal, and I'm currently a teen ambassador to Theatrical Outfit. And as a teen ambassador, I go in and I see shows that they put on and I review them. So I'm learning critical analysis skills as well as getting to see shows. And I also participate in workshops that they hold, which is really informative, and I learn more about the craft of drama. So last week or 2 weeks ago, I saw The Guys, which starring Jasmine Guy. If any one of y'all know her, she actually went here. And we also had a workshop on theater review, theater critics. So we had a couple of local critics come in, as well as some theatrical, some people who are just involved in theater in general. And they told us what they think of as a good show in theater. And so the things that they said were the most important in a good show is, one, that it's emotionally engaging. Two, that there's a clear vision or a clear path of where the show's going. Three, that the choices they make are chances, that they take chances, that they don't always play it safe, that there are strong building blocks, so like obviously strong directing, strong acting, those type of thing. The people who are involved in it obviously care about the project, so it's not just people being thrown in or people who don't understand the show. A good audience, which is always important because you kind of feed off the people who are watching the show. That there's a journey, so that the character starts someplace and then they end up another place. There are real complex characters and there's meaningful language, so the story tells you something. And then obviously an unsuccessful production is vice versa, just static, no change, no meaning really, and like a weak show. So what I thought was really interesting was that the critics said that a lot of people think that critics are there to criticize, but the critics said that they feel that their job is to advocate for the arts, to like almost like a consumer report, to tell you what you should, what the arts are successfully doing and which shows are really embodying the purpose of drama and theater, and to attract people to theater, obviously, to show people that it's worth it to go see a show and to like spend some money and spend a couple hours of your life seeing the show, and to give theater a chance, to give everything a chance. So I'm going to kind of apply these good theater, successful production points to the show I saw. So I saw a show called The Guys, and it's about 9/11. It's about this firefighter he's the chief of the station, and he loses basically half his squad, half of the people in their station to 9/11, and he has to write all these eulogies, but he's obviously not a writer, he's a chief. And he comes to this woman who's a writer, and she asks her to help him write these eulogies so that she can really put down in words who these people are and why they were so important. So it's actually based on a true story about the woman who wrote it. That same exact situation happened to her, where she helped write eulogies for firefighters. And I'll get that real quick. And so it was really entertaining and really meaningful. So obviously it was emotionally engaging. I mean, I don't think any show about 9/11 really can't be unless they're doing it cheesily. So it had a true, clear vision, because we were really, truly learning about these people, and we were understanding this journey from where they were complete strangers to when they became friends, because they shared he shared with her very important things to him. And so there was a clear vision on the understanding and almost forgiving yourself for tragic situations, because he almost blamed himself for what happened. So it was very emotionally engaging, and there was a clear vision. There were definitely chances taken. One interesting part of the show was they used projection. So the show opened with actually projection of New York City street. And so you kind of got the feel of New York the minute it happened. And during a couple of the main characters' monologues, everything would freeze, and the projection of what she was thinking was coming up. And so I thought it was a really cool choice that they made, and it was like a choice that may not have worked, but I thought it worked really well. They were definitely strong building blocks. I met the director and the two actors, and they were great, fabulous actors. The director was obviously very involved and really, truly believed in the show. She actually went to research firefighters in order to understand this truly and in order to better direct. So the building blocks and the good faith was both there. There was a good audience, I would say, because it was mostly teenagers who were actually really involved in theater and who were really passionate about theater. So we really were engaging and we were really critical. So I hope that helped with the performance. There's definitely a journey from these two separate people to becoming friends and to gaining a better understanding of these characters and of the guys who were involved in 9/11. And the characters were really real. They were very complex. One of the characters was actually based on the writer, so she obviously understood herself and she could put her personal feelings into this. But I think the most complex of the characters was the fire chief. He was a very obvious chief. He was a leader. He was strong, but then you would see him get nervous and you would see him doubt himself. And it was really interesting to see this character that you think as this firefighter charging in to go save lives, being this actually very timid and nervous and doubtful person. So great characters, and the language was incredibly meaningful. I think of all the things in the show, the language was most important. There was actually a very strong emphasis on words, because the whole point of the show was she was writing eulogies. So everything, she was creating these people's memories with her words. So it was really important that she got the words perfect and that everything was correct. And there was almost a motif of words and of language throughout the whole entire show, because everything was relating back to what we say and what we do and what we think. And through words, we can cleanse ourselves. And through the show, the fire chief and the woman who wrote the show actually cleansed themselves, because through words they gained a better understanding of why these things happened, and gained a better understanding of all the reasons behind 9/11, or not reasons behind 9/11, but the reasons are the purpose of coming together after 9/11. So I would highly suggest it. Theatrical Outfit is down on Leckie Street, downtown. It's probably 10 minutes away, or no, more 15 minutes away. And it's the second oldest professional theater in Atlanta. So if y'all want to go see the guys, I still believe it's running. So check that out. So thank you.